What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about the top traits that guys look for in a woman based on science. As if Elliot Scott wasn't science enough. I'm science as hell, okay? Now, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click the button below. I will love you forever. But I will not like, ladies, I will not like you not that you care, but I will not like you as much as the women who click the bell notification, which gives you my videos right away. And I really won't like you anywhere near as close as the girls who get a phone session with me, which the link is down in the description. Now, I'm about to tell you the 5 traits that guys like in a woman based on science and Elliot Scott science, because I'm science as fuck. Okay, so number 1, the one we got to get out of the way that everyone knows, but some people don't like to hear because it sounds superficial, which is physical attractiveness. We like it for many different reasons. And I tell women all the time, you know guys like boobs, you know guys like butt, but why? And I'm about to tell you. Guys like women who are symmetrical. They like youth. They like curves. They like boobs and butts because they not only give health, they not only show vitality or show health, show vitality, they're also childbearing cues. When it was very hard to have a successful childbirth back in the day, a youthful woman with symmetry and childbearing cues, right? Hip, nice hip to waist ratio, curves, and things like that. It tells the guy, okay, and this is all subconscious. The brain's looking at this. The hell? It's telling the guy's brain the chance of a successful offspring with this woman is more likely. And the reason the brain's scanning for these things is because your body is a current or is a temporary meat bag for DNA, just used to pass it down to the next, okay? Your job as an organism, now whether you want kids or not, is to survive and reproduce. And of course, not only that, when you're a good-looking girl, you're obviously highly sought after, or you're more likely sought after, and it raises a guy's status when a lot of people want you, right? Which is why I talk about scarcity all the time. But you go to him and not them. You choose him and leave everyone else in the dust. It makes him think, okay, I'm a provider, I'm a satisfier, I'm doing something right. So that's why physical attractiveness should not be looked at as such or so objectifying, but actually is more as a science-based thing, okay? Now, the second thing is guys love a woman who shows a lot of appreciation. 2 reasons for this. Number 1, when someone, there's a guy walking by, when someone appreciates you, especially a woman appreciates a man, the man doesn't have to do any guessing. When his job is to provide and satisfy, and he feels that his self-worth is solely based on what women think of him, and a woman shows an appreciation, it's clear as day that he's like, okay, I'm doing something right. Not only that, when people appreciate each other, they are more likely to last. Science and studies have proved that time and time again. The third thing is self-sacrificing. When you are I was going to say sacrificial. If you're not a lamb, so you're not sacrificial. But if you're self-sacrificing, that's very, very good in a relationship because it shows you're all about long-term investment because you're sacrificing to make it last. Resources are a very, very, very important thing in a relationship. Time, energy, effort, money. And if you're willing to give those things up to make it work, it means you're in for the long haul, that you are a very reliable resource or woman to date. Now, of course, when I say this, I'm not saying men don't have to sacrifice. I'm not saying women should just be submissive and sacrifice things. But when you are in a relationship, it is a very nice trait to know that, okay, you know what? I need to move, for example. Can you come with me? And she says, yes. That's a nice thing to have. Or if you need to pay bills, the woman's willing to sacrifice paying or wanting this. And again, the guy should do it too, but we're talking about women. That the woman's willing to give up this for now because the bills need to be paid. It just makes things easier. It's more, the relationship is more malleable, right? It's more, you're just more adjustable. It's so relaxing to have someone like this. If you've ever had anyone like this, please tell me down below. Probably haven't. You probably had a bunch of assholes, but I love it. Okay. Number 4 is a woman who is empathetic. Now, there's 2 reasons for this. It was seen as a very good sign way back then for a woman to be very empathetic because it was a very, very strong thing amongst women in tribes. Women are very better communicators. It means they're more motherly. They're better at nurturing and taking care of an offspring for being empathetic. Okay, again, and not only that, couples who are more empathetic tend to last longer. Now, if you haven't picked up on this yet over these last 3 or 4 things, it's all about resources. People like to get, not just guys, just people in general. They like to get into situations where they have an advantage or they can invest less resources than they're receiving. That's why we like good deals, for example, and Black Fridays through the roof. If you're able to give a guy good resources or services and make him believe that he's getting a good deal by being with you, you're going to do okay. And of course, number 5, this is just common sense, is loyalty. Not only is loyalty important because, again, guys are very status driven, and there's nothing worse than him having a good looking girl who he really likes, but then she's screwing, his best friend behind his back. It makes him look like a bitch. It lowers his status. It questions his self-esteem. He does not feel like a provider and satisfier. But again, loyalty is something needed because in a relationship, if you're playing the game for the long haul, you need someone who is on the same page as you, who is wanting the same thing as you, who is looking for the same things, right? Nothing else can say that better than loyalty. So there you go, ladies. If you have not yet, please subscribe. Just click the red button below, and I will not like you as much as the women who click that bell notification. I will still like you, though. So with that being said, I love you. Take care, and peace.